Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Section 8. So, very interesting movie. A guy who goes out and avenges his family's murder, right? It's murder of his family, yep. I think goes to prison, obviously. Then he gets broken out of prison, or sprung from prison, to work for some shadowy government agency. So, now, that sounds interesting in its own right. Mickey Rourke, Dermot Mulroney, Dolph Lundgren, Scott Adkins, and Ryan Kwanten. I think that's how you say his name. I've seen him, you know his face. And there's some other guys that I kind of recognize that I just don't know their names that well. You know, so I'm kind of interested in this. They all star in this. It's on AMC Plus. And it's 4.1 on IMDb. Only 769 people rated it so far. So it sounds kind of interesting. Sounds like a lot of action because Scott Adkins is in it. Along with other, you know, I mean, Mickey Rourke and all them, but, you know. So, I don't know. I'm intrigued. Hour and 37 minutes. I don't know if I said that. So, if I don't want to repeat myself anymore, let me get into it, find out what it's about, give you a better idea, let you know what I think. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Section 8. Sorry, no check-in. There wasn't much to tell. I can elaborate on everything I would have caught you up on the check-in anyway. Like I said, one thing that was left out from this was our main character. He actually was a soldier prior to this. I want to get his name. You know, so he was a war hero, which is awesome. So I like that aspect of it. And he comes back from the war. Dolph Lundgren was his colonel. Ryan Kwanten, he is our main actor, right? So Ryan comes back, you know, from the war. Dolph Lundgren's character actually saves his life. So he comes back to his home in Riverside, California, with his wife and his son, and he's working as a mechanic for Mickey Rourke, who is his uncle, right? Now, I will say this, Mickey Rourke, seen him in a lot of different things, has done some work. And it's funny because normally, and this is just my opinion and kind of off the beaten path, when people have work done, they look strange, weird, you know what I mean? He looks different than I've seen him before, but not like in like a weird sense, you know? So he just looks different than he normally was, but looks good, I think. But you can tell the difference. I don't know. Sidebar. Anyway, but they have like a close relationship. He helped raise him, all this kind of stuff. Well, he gets some threats from a local gang, right? And that's what ends up, as we know, killing his wife and son. And he takes revenge and then goes to prison. Okay, that we all know, right? And then, of course, this group called Section 8, led by Dermot Mulroney, comes to get him out because they want to use his skills as a soldier to help take down other bad guys, right? And he gets involved with them, but they're all kind of the same kind of soldiers or previous soldiers or whatever, you know. They have a lot of good skills, and but they have maybe a jaded past. So he's going on missions and stuff like that, but he also starts to know, and this is, they say, the shadowy government agency. You know, they're asking him to do different things that maybe you wouldn't normally. Kill innocent people, for example, so that there's no witnesses. That kind of stuff. So, you know, he starts to you know, wonder what's really going on with this agency and all that kind of stuff. So that's it right there. It's a better version of the plot line than what's in IMDb. So from there, you can imagine there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on. And I will say this is your, how do you say, quintessential action movie. It's got everybody in it. All your action stars. I mean, a lot of them. Scott Adkins in it. He's like an assassin. Whole another storyline kind of there. I talked about everybody else. I don't think I missed anybody. But ultimately, it's got, you know, hand-to-hand combat, which is cool. I like to see our main character is, you know, he takes down people in hand-to-hand. He knows how to shoot. He's really, you know, so he's kind of like almost I don't want to say super shoulder, but he's really good, you know. So that's fun, and you're rooting for him, I think, obviously, because of what happens to him, and that plays in your mind. If you're a parent or a husband or a wife or whatever, and somebody kills your family, it's like, what would you do? Well, this guy has the means to do what a lot of us might think about doing. But then getting back to the quintessential action movie, I mean, it's got fight scenes and shootout scenes and bad lines, you know, sometimes. I mean, it's not all the time. It felt like to me like Dermot Mulroney had a lot of the bad lines, but I know a lot of times is it the writing, is it the dialogue, is it the actor? I know he's a pretty good actor, so I don't know. Now I'm going to say, is it the character he was playing? I mean, it wasn't bad, it was just at spots. But that happens in these kinds of things. It's got the strip club scene, you know what I mean? It's in a lot of these movies, and it's got the unrealistic, unbelievable pieces for, you know, not shooting. They talk about hesitation in this, but it's like not just one person, it's everybody. They always like, well, you want to know how I found you before I'm here to kill you, but let me tell you, you know, a 9-minute story so that you can figure out how to beat me up and get me out of this, or, you know what I mean, like, the bullets run out, all that kind of stuff. Oh, let's fight. Instead of shooting each other, let's fight. All of those things are in this one. So, again, and I'm not playing it, that's all fun kind of stuff. So it was good. I liked it, you know. I felt connected to the character. I was rooting for him, but it has those other elements in it that I don't have to repeat. Becomes a little bit predictable, I guess, because you know it's your run-of-the-mill action film. So, but with a lot of good names in it and something different. So there you go. I think that's a pretty good review. I think I've talked a lot. I feel like I did, and I had to cover the check-in. So, and I don't know. One last thing. I don't know if this was an AMC Plus original. Maybe, but if it is, and you have AMC Plus, and you like action movies, absolutely go check this out. You know, it's the poor man's version of, what is that? The Unexpendables, in a sense. That's, you know, what I think of it as, which has some of these actors in it. I think Scott's in it. I think Dolph is in it. I don't think Dermot Mulroney's in it, but anyway, Rocky's in it. Anyway, that's enough. All right, hopefully I was helpful. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.